Alright, trying to work on all of the things that are on the outside of the van, like the holes for the charging, the 30 amp charging as you see here.
Okay. Is this going to be long enough to get to our batteries?
Yeah. We'll also be changing up the holes for the 120 outlets outside, and we're going to be putting in the heater and an exhaust fan for cooking. Part of putting in the heater involved dropping the fuel tank for tapping into the auxiliary fuel line. And to do so, you had to take out the gooseneck up here.
Hey Shayna, I think you're a little too thorough with the wool.
What? Oh, what the f? How did that even happen?
I don't think it needs to be in the D column area.
Trying to keep our fuel from freezing.
That's gonna be a problem bringing that down. Freak. It's okay.
We found that we had a block heater already for the engine, which kind of heated it, but it had to have certain parameters, and we couldn't just run it as long as we wanted. We got one with a thermostat. That one was already tapped into the auxiliary tap, so there were no other areas to tap into the fuel line.
Unfortunately, this was the annoying chair to get going.
Did you unhook the wires?
No, they're okay. These are okay. The one that was under that seat was a lot tighter.
Do you need to unplug the battery?
No. Okay, so a lot of people put it right here.
Mm-hmm. Is he small enough to go there?
Yeah. So we're trying to find a place under here that has room to put the exhaust and everything for the heater. Shayna's working on something and I'm just chilling under the van, I guess.
7.5 inches.
Issue is there's also a bunch of tubes under here. I don't know if it would be a good idea because the heat from the exhaust. Some people put theirs further back. We might have to cut a hole in the floor.
Here's where the too many holes part comes in. We couldn't decide where we wanted to put it because a lot of the videos that I had watched for installing the heater had people that didn't have the passenger van, which had this extra plastic pocket that kind of covered the area where people normally install the heater. Unfortunately, the ribbing on the floor of the van made it impossible to have a clean fit on there, and we didn't want to have any exhaust leaks. So this meant that we were going to have to go back to plan A, which was under Shayna's seat. It also unfortunately meant we had some holes in the van. I did have a solution for that, but it's best not to do that. As I've said before, I'm not a professional, so this is more of my journey.
That is a problem. I'm so confused. I almost threw up on our heater.
So before getting to moving the heater back, because I was frustrated and wanting a win, I went to fixing the 120 outlet on that side. Could not hold on to these screws for the life of me.
Okay, so the heater being over there has slightly bothered me. If there's another option, I saw somebody that had a video with it still being here, even though they had this thing, which we hadn't seen before. So I drilled a small hole that I'll paint over if it doesn't work, and I'll put some caulk on it and everything else, and it shouldn't be a big deal. But I do see ground through it, so it might be promising. We have some JB weld. I'm going to put up that aluminum tape we have on the bottom of it, put the JB weld into the hole, let it cure, and then put another piece of aluminum tape over top. There's where we currently have it. You can see the problem with the mounting because that rib. Okay, I could see it working. Worried about hitting this stuff though, so this is going to be like a group effort whenever I drill the rest of the holes. But the intake might be a little more of an issue right there. But it's the intake, I think, so shouldn't be the biggest deal. So I bought a T-joint for this thing, so hopefully we'll be able to tap into that pretty easily.
The only issue with that is we'd have to either only have the block heater on or only have our heater on, which is not really a big deal.
We'll find out. Goodbye. Alright, here we go. Not super happy about this, but it's better than having rotting cabinets later, because this letter is getting quite warm. Oh, this is weird. Alright, time to get this all ready.
I had Shayna working on putting up some mounting tape on the fan so we could get up. After the fan is up, we are planning on caulking it down as well, but the mounting tape is just going to be extra layer of helping it stay and kind of giving it a decent seal.
I don't remember how to get this blade in. Nothing. Let me make sure this fits the hole first. No, of course it doesn't. Yep. I mean, the hole is too small. Almost put my pinky through there. And we're gonna cut the van. It's gonna feel even weirder. Okay. Oh, jeez. He goes really slow when he gets caught. I feel like this is gonna be slow and steady. It might go better once it's straight. I also don't know if that kill mat stuff is helping because it's like gumming up the blade a lot. The foot of this is scratching the paint a little. Sure, my nuts are gonna get, like the ladder's gonna do something, my nuts are gonna get snipped off.
Unlikely.
Got like an inch done.
Here's Shayna's finished work. And I'm still making very little progress. But over an hour or so, we did end up making some progress. So we'll skip it.
Technisch Brisch Best Bügen.